YouTube, long time no see, and welcome to Nerd Talk Comic Book Reviews. And today, special occasion, Star Wars Shattered Empire number 4, the last one. It's a 4-part miniseries leading to The Force Awakens. This is going to be a little bit longer of a video because, as a lot of you know, there was a trailer recently for Star Wars, and it was an amazing trailer. And I'm really hyped for Star Wars, and I don't know about you guys, but I've already got my tickets to go see it. I bought them the day after that trailer came out. Couldn't help it. I just had to. So let's jump into this book. It starts off with Admiral Akbar telling the rebels, "You guys are doing a good job, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we're getting anywheres, and it doesn't seem like this war is going to end anytime soon." And then you have Sarah and her green commander guy talking, and then all of a sudden there's just this beeping thing, and then you see R2! And apparently, Sarah can understand R2. Like, I don't understand how people... Do people in Star Wars universe speak droid? Is that a thing? Or do they just inherently understand? Like, I don't know. Has that ever been explained and I just missed it? I don't know. I probably just missed it. Or, I don't know. I just don't know. Now I seem like a Star Wars idiot. But it is what it is. So R2 shows up, and I guess he's like, "Hey, follow me, let's go." And she's like, "Where are we going?" And he's just like, "Keep up." And she's like, "I am, you're just going really fast." And then R2, rolls to where the destination is, and it's Luke Skywalker. And Luke Skywalker is like, "I need a pilot to help me infiltrate something using this ship." And he's like, "Would you be willing to do it?" And she's like, "Sure, you're Commander Skywalker. Absolutely." And Luke's like, "Do I know you?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm kind of the person that almost shot you out of the sky at the Battle of Endor." He goes, "Interesting. Alrighty then." This is really cryptic. And they're just like going, and so Sarah's like, "So, Commander Skywalker, what exactly are we doing?" And he goes, "Oh, we're getting something back from the Empire that they took." And she's just like, "So we're infiltrating an Imperial base?" And he's like, Yeah, we are." She's just like, and then he goes, "How do you like those, how does it feel wearing those clothes?" And she goes, "It creeps me out. Like, it doesn't feel right." And she goes, "Why am I dressed like this anyways?" "Well, because you're impersonating a specific officer who's going to get us onto that base." And she goes, "Okay, now this is even creepier." So they show up, and they just kind of talk. They BS their way into the base, and all the way down to what Luke is trying to retrieve. And then the commander of the base is like, "Right, so I know you guys aren't who you say you are, because the chick that you're impersonating only has one eye. So you done goofed. He's like, "What are these trees so important for?" And Luke is like, "These trees were at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. They have the Force within them." And the commander's like, "The Force is meaningless." And Luke's like, "No. Force pushes the commander and a bunch of stormtroopers." He's like, "R2," because he gave R2 his lightsaber, and R2 shoots the lightsaber out and he grabs it and he starts taking down these troopers. And then he's like, "Alright, I'm going to hold them off. R2's going to shut down the field around the trees. You've got to catch the trees." They're like little bushes. And she's like, "Okay." And drop the force field, trees drop, She catches them. They're like, all right, time to go. And she's just like getting out of here. They get pinned down. Luke's throwing the Force around, throwing things around, taking guys out. And she's like, I'm glad you're doing that, but that cannon that's shooting at us right now, that's a problem. Luke's like, don't worry. He pulls the cannon so it starts shooting straight up, and he just goes and cuts the cannon, cuts the guys down. They get out, they get back to the ship without much of a problem. And I'm assuming just because Luke is just force pushing fools and slicing them as they're going. And then the commander's just like, stop shooting at them, just blow them up. And they throw grenades. Luke stops the grenades and just like, that was a really dumb thing to do. And drops the grenades in front of the commander and the stormtroopers that are with him. And just, boom, blows them the fuck up. And Sarah's just kind of like, oh? And then they're gone. And then they leave. And Luke's like, well, R2 heard a conversation you and your commander were having in the sense that you were looking to get out of the rebels. And she's like, yeah, I have a husband and a son. And she's like, I'm really conflicted though. And Luke's like, well, search your feelings. And he's just like, I only ask because I wasn't expecting there to be 2 trees. And I only need 1 tree. So I was wondering if maybe you guys could take the other tree and keep it safe. And then you see Sarah and Kes plant the tree on, I assume it looks like the Rebel base. It might be on Endor. It doesn't say. It kind of looks like Endor, but it's hard to tell. And then they're like, it's alright, time to go home. And that's how this miniseries ends. So what we know from this is it doesn't really lead up to Force Awakens at all. It was a really cool book. It was really cool to see new characters and old characters interact, especially with the one with Luke. That was awesome. The only thing we know is that Sarah and Kes are Poe Dameron's parents. He's the son that they refer to, and he's the pilot in the Force Awakens trailer who looks like a badass. That's all we know. That's all we get from this. We don't get anything else. My guess is that Poe Dameron might be Force sensitive because of reasons? I don't know. I wonder if those trees are even going to matter come The Force Awakens. Did this 4-part miniseries actually have any bearing at all? Did it cut so short because... Did nothing happen because they didn't want to, infringe on anything? I don't know. It was still a really cool series, but it wasn't... It's really false advertising to call this Journey to the Force Awakens, because it doesn't actually take you to the Force Awakens. At least as far as we know. But it doesn't look like it, because Sarah and Kes most likely aren't the parents of Finn. Probably not the parents of Rey. We know they're the parents of Poe Dameron. That's all we got. We met Poe Dameron's parents. And anyone who theorizes that Poe Dameron is going to die in Episode 7, it's probably not going to happen since we met his parents. You don't really meet someone's parents and get to know them unless they're going to stick around for a while. Unless J.J. Abrams is just like, nah, you're dead. I don't care. I don't know. Really cool series of books. Especially this one, because Luke Skywalker was an absolute badass. And, some of the things he did were very questionable, and does kind of support the theory that Luke might be a bad guy in The Force Awakens. That's a theory that I find very interesting, and this comic kind of supports that theory. Because, yeah, they were they were the Empire, and, you do things in war, but, like, his approach and the way he handled things weren't necessary. He could have thrown the bombs, the grenades, elsewhere. He could have just tossed them, force pushed those guys, and left. But he blew them up. Maybe because he didn't want them chasing after him, but I don't. It still doesn't feel necessary. Like, it's, I don't know. And the way he was acting too, was all very suspect. So maybe, maybe the apple doesn't fall that far from the tree, and he's just a bad guy in The Force Awakens, which would be really cool. But we'll see. Star Wars Shattered Empire: The Road to The Force Awakens ? Like, does it really? Still a really good book, really cool miniseries. I'm glad I read it as it came out, because I probably wouldn't have picked it up if it was a trade, in trade form. So, you guys should check it out. It's really interesting. You meet some cool people, and it's a lot of fun. So, if you want to read it, buy it online, go to your local comic book store. Other than that, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.